He left prematurely, right? ByteDance and TikTok are still operating. All the threatened breakup and divestiture of TikTok to a U.S.-owned company, none of that ever panned out. The Financial Times leaked the story, and I was about to announce my departure, and then the Financial Times story came out, so I just decided to leave. Just very bizarre if you read through this thing. Kevin Mayer, the former Disney executive who left when he did not get the promotion to CEO of Disney, which at the time I said was a mistake. At the time I actually, roll the tape, Kirk, digital and streaming is the future of any media business, especially given the pandemic. And now you just lost your top lieutenant. We're going to give you more P&L responsibility, and then maybe you could be the next CEO. Kevin was like, screw that. I'm out of here. I'm going to go run TikTok. Losing Kevin and putting new Bob as CEO and Rebecca as head of Disney Plus, that's a fail. There's no other way to slice this. This was the guy who negotiated the Lucasfilm acquisition, Star Wars, the Marvel deal. This was the guy who led Disney Plus, the creation of Disney Plus. Kevin is, a sharp cookie, a really strong digital executive in the media world, and Disney passed up on him for the CEO job. So he was recently interviewed in CNBC. And he does talk about, did he think that he was going to be CEO? He says here, did you think you were going to be the next Disney CEO? He said, well, I was hoping I would be. I'm not sure hope and expectations are the same, clearly. It's a nice job, CEO of Disney. He talks more about how there was a kind of a dearth of executives, who could have been considered for the job, that he was being tested as like a trial run for what the job would entail. I'm not sure what I could have done there to prove myself more than I did. What he's referring to is I think that Bob left earlier than expected. Not Bob Chapek, the current CEO, but Bob Iger, the outgoing CEO. So Bob Iger did kind of leave without much notice. It actually surprised Kevin here. So they asked him here, that whole announcement seemed really rushed. He said, I didn't know what was coming at all. This guy's on the executive team. This guy doesn't even know. Look, my interpretation of it is that Bob Iger wanted to focus more on the creative side of things, and it escalated sort of quickly, and then the board needed to make a decision, and they chose Bob Chapek. Interesting. So then what happened? We had Kevin go to TikTok, and they talk about that here. And then ultimately, Kevin was COO or CEO of TikTok, COO of ByteDance. ByteDance is the Chinese platform conglomerate that owns a bunch of other content platforms in China and elsewhere. And then TikTok, they actually acquired Musical.ly a few years ago for roughly $1 billion and then turned that into TikTok. He speaks very positively about them. TikTok is an incredible product, and ByteDance is an incredible company. The magic sauce is in their artificial intelligence coupled with machine learning. ByteDance is a juggernaut. The management at the top is very capable. Zhang, the founder, he's an extraordinarily capable guy with a great team. I think they can be a public company. I would have loved to be there with them. And I think this is the problem, right? All these Chinese tech monopolies are co-opted by the CCP, by the Chinese government, by President Xi. All the data, all these tens of millions of videos, where do you think they're going? They're all being piped into the CCP and the Chinese government. And not once does Kevin talk about that. None of that. ByteDance is great. There's no problems there. Tens of millions of videos every day. Yeah, no, it's okay. Everything's good. No privacy issues, no national security issues. Yeah, would have loved to stick around. What's wrong with these people? Okay? We got to recognize what's going on here. And China's not only a formidable competitor. Honestly, China's beaten us. China has accelerated the corruption that we see throughout the United States. They are like the shadow puppeteer. And you got to give them credit. They're so smart. They've really, they've outdone us in so many ways. Even, and I knew it was coming and we've talked about it on the show, but they've done it so much faster than even I thought was going to happen. And yet you still get these kinds of guys, these, top level executives. Now, Disney had done stuff in China all the time, but no one is willing to actually come out amongst this kind of corporate crowd and actually say, like, there's issues at ByteDance. Kevin talks about like ByteDance being able to go public on the US exchanges and all this kind of stuff. It's just magical how everyone wants to just turn a blind eye and not talk about the fundamental issues of what's going on if you want to do business in China. If you want to actually work at a Chinese-owned or ran company, everything's good. Everything's hunky-dory. And specifically why he shows his weakness is how he handled his departure from ByteDance. This is a joke. He left prematurely, right? ByteDance and TikTok are still operating. All the threatened breakup and divestiture of TikTok to a US-owned company, none of that ever panned out. CFIUS review, all this. He left prematurely. He thought that was going to happen. And then he says, the Financial Times leaked the story and I was about to announce my departure. And then the Financial Times story came out. So I just decided to leave. This guy just continues to disappoint. Maybe that's what the Disney board saw, is that the guy is, no backbone. He doesn't have a heavy hand. When you got to make the tough decision, he withers. That's certainly how he handled this departure from TikTok. And even his explanation of it does not help his story out. Just very bizarre if you read through this thing. Now he's doing some other stuff at DAZN, which we've talked about, which is a boxing streaming company. And guy just seems kind of terribly unimpressive. At the end of the day, it's really about the leadership. It's really, all this stuff is top down. That's Kevin Mayer. Guy has no regrets. That's how he finishes it. No regrets. I wouldn't do anything differently. Hi, I'm Alex. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, but even better, make sure to follow us on Odyssey, follow us on Rumble, and text us 203-646-5159. Text the word Monopoly. You'll be subscribed. You'll get updates about when we're going live, our latest videos, and we'll send you even a little goodie bag. And in the event that we all get banned from big tech, we'll still be connected.